We're going to be going through and looking at how we can assign lessons in MobyMax. Specifically, we're going to look at science because there's something that we need to do before we start assigning lessons in science. Science, unlike math, is not necessarily reactive to where the students need to be. So it just assigns lessons in a particular order. It doesn't assign them like math does. So the first thing we need to do is, once you're logged in, click on Curriculum Settings. And then where it says Select, we're going to skip through the general settings and go down to Science. You can also do the same thing for social studies or any other part of MobyMax you want to adjust the settings to. The one thing you'll want to take off is this part where it says Automatically Assign Lessons. Since MobyMax is not adaptive for science, we don't want it to assign lessons to the students. What this will do is, if it automatically assigns lessons, it typically starts with the building blocks of life and then just goes from there. So there's not really a order for your class that it follows. It just follows the order within MobyMax. So once I uncheck that box, I can click Save. And then I need to click the Home button so I can go back to my main page. Now we're ready to assign lessons in science. So I'm going to click on Science. And if you know what lesson you want to assign, you can click on Lessons. If you're not sure, you can click on Library and whatever grade you wish to look at. So like if I went to look at grade 2 and see, it lets me go through and look at the content for those. So if I already know, I'm going to click Lessons, and then I can go over here. You'll see Completed, Assign, the Sequence, Exclude, and Class View. You'll want to click on Assign. And you have options. You can do the entire class, or if you have groups set up, you can assign lessons to groups. You can also assign lessons to individuals, but it only allows you to assign lessons to individuals one at a time. So let's say I wanted to assign 3 students a lesson. I would have to go into each student and assign them that lesson. I can't check a box for each student and assign them that way, so it just takes a little bit longer. What I would suggest doing is, if it's something the entire class needs, go ahead and assign it to the entire class, or set up a group for the particular students that you would like to assign lessons to. So I'm just going to do entire class. And then this is where you'll select your grade. And then you'll select the particular lesson you want to assign. So if you don't want all of, let's say, parts of plants, you can do this triangle drop down and you can select the individual pieces of that lesson. But if you want the whole thing, you just check the box for that lesson, and then you go up here to Assign, and that's it. The lesson is assigned to your students, and that's what they'll see whenever they log in.